as you might tell with the stream, you know, it's the title, right? We're doing endgame content. I actually already started a little bit, and then I realized I should probably do this, for the stream, so people could see how I do the bosses. We only did one thing so far. We'll explain more about how we're doing it, but we're gonna do the hidden first, and to see if we even could do it. And the idea here is just tips and tricks. I don't know how long we're gonna go. It's probably gonna be a little bit short, but we're gonna try to do the hidden, Cyrus, a ravaged, blighted map, and maybe something else if we see it, right? And then if you have things that you guys want to see how you can do, how do you can kill, I can try to find out and then demonstrate it for the most part. I'm not impervious. Remember, I'm not like a pro player or anything. Just basic things, always keep moving. Kind of know the boss mechanics and a little bit here and there. This boss is the Thule boss. The Thule boss is mostly just shoots out ice. You just kind of have to circle him. You could stand far away from him and try to dodge it, or just block it technically. But it's tough, especially in this arena. Maybe in the Maven arena, it's a little bit easier. But I still would just suggest just circling him. It's even easier in the Maven arena. But we're gonna try to just stack him. There we go. As you see, it's super slow, so super easy to dodge. But that's basically the strongest ability, to be honest. Everything else, even though it does hurt, and it's killing you, then obviously I gotta dodge it. But this is the one that's definitely, if you're standing in that, you will get hurt and you will die. Pretty much always. Alright, we got some random stuff. It's all good. And we're gonna sell it. Now, the Trapper, not a great clear. So I wouldn't suggest doing, farming these things on the Trapper. It's pretty rough unless you have like a lot of damage. So, just keep that in mind. Sell that. Quickly sell. Ooh, all res attack speed. I mean, the totem damage is, but everything else is okay. Let's corrupt it. Okay, nothing here. And as per usual, we convert a jewel. Don't expect like where I put them is just random. I don't know the prices of a lot of these things. These we're just collecting. We'll see what we get at the end. I honestly have no expectation for it. Hey Jin, I actually thought I was already streaming, and I realized it was muted. I technically started talking like 15 minutes ago. Not 20 minutes, like we got the staff. I don't know the price of this stuff. I'm just gonna put it in here. Probably too much for it. Let's put it in the 7. Yeah, I think. And this armor, we're just gonna put it right here. And where did our blessing go? Does our blessing go here, I guess, right? Yeah, okay, so blessings go here. Alright, so we're 2 in the hidden. We're now going to do Esh Breachstone. This guy tends to be the hardest for a lot of people. But hopefully we can dissect it. Okay, there's a lot of obvious hits. I mean, we could go into each one, but you just gotta assume that they all have a melee and they all got a range, right? And then they have their special ranges, right? For the range, you just gotta watch out which way they're facing. For the melee, you just gotta watch out, their hands and their swings. As I said before, we're not the greatest clear, so we're gonna drop our main seismic trap anytime we see a rare. Mostly because now maps have that rare breach monster drops an additional reward, which is super nice. It's random, but it's nice. I don't think the map part is going to be really useful for us here, just because it's a low tier, right? But we're still going to kill them. Maybe we get lucky with something decent. Yeah, we just keep clearing, focusing on the rare bosses. Nothing too exciting here. These guys are a little bit annoying, but especially with our defenses, we should be fine. We have overcap res. We got tons of mitigation for physical, even though I think most of them just deal lightning. But we are immune to shock, which might be a big thing, so just be careful. Esh is known for constant... Well, I mean, just lightning damage in itself is usually overlooked because shock isn't one of those constantly damage things. It just makes you take more damage, so people overlook it. But it is super dangerous, especially if you're in hardcore. So just keep that in mind when you're doing that. Shock immune flask, you will sustain you throughout this whole thing. For the boss, you might want to make sure the flask is up because he will do a lot of shock. He doesn't have as many phases well, he doesn't have any phases at all compared to the Eradicator, but his lightning is no joke. So as you might have noticed, they changed the reach, right? The loot isn't dropping. It now drops at the end, which is super convenient because now I can focus on just killing all the monsters, as you can see. There we go, we just kill. Now the thing is, our traps, even though it looks like they're doing less damage and stuff, but what actually is happening is that it's poison stacks. There is a duration of poison on them, so even though you see we hit once, a lot of this stuff, excluding the rares, right, the rares that just will survive more likely, will just die. Now we're not going to pick up these breach rings, right, the level 70, they're just going to mess with our numbers. So we're just going to pick up the maps. You want 80 plus because it then translates to an 80 plus armor, but again, I'm not expecting the armor to be great, but you know, still worth at least making it kind of good, right? Alright, so for Esh throws out lightning. He has a few different versions of that. Some of them he just throws out balls that come back in kind of an interval, so he just throws them out. He also does a lightning AoE. When he does that, you'll see like lightning appear him that he's like about to blow. When that happens, just get away from him, and it's gonna be a wave, so you could technically dodge past it. I would suggest using Flame Dash because I think you can still take the hit if you're doing other things. But as the wave comes in, you just try to time it so you go over it in case you're in like a tight space. Maybe it's here if he's like right in the middle and he does it, but that's unlikely. But let's see, he's probably gonna die pretty quick. This is just a low breach zone, right? So as you see, he's just throwing his stuff out just like that, and there's the move, right? He actually moved around too much compared to how much we need. It does teleport, which is annoying, which also makes him a problem in hitting. These balls stay up, and he's dead, right? There we go. Very easy, very quick. He is obviously more dangerous if you do higher versions of it, but it's fine. We have one left, and there we go. Now, for the Maven, I'm hoping we don't need to put ice or frost bomb anywhere, but we might need to. Frost bomb is a way to counter the healing. So Maven sometimes heals them, and to counter this, you would use frost bomb because it reduces the heal. Right? They actually almost can't heal. So these ones, the pures, are actually pretty hard for us, mostly because, you know, again, everything just dies slow. So hopefully we're gonna be okay. This particular map has a lot of like back end, so we'll see how it goes. Remember, we're not trappers are not necessarily made for clear. I mean, they can to some degree, especially if you got the crit version of this build. Your seismic, your sanguinate is probably doing okay damage everywhere, but we are poisoned, so there we go. He didn't even check what rewards we have, but it's okay. We just try to curse. I wish we got some kind of curse on hit, but it's whatever. I mean, we could technically put on the witch fire, but it's like a terrible flash, to be honest. Right, we could just cast it. There's other things that we could possibly do to cast the curse. It's for now, it's okay. Like triggers. But, I don't know. It's okay the way it is. Like, to make that weapon, there is a guide for how to make a really good weapon that can have the trigger craft on it so that we would trigger anything we need so that we don't need to actually cast almost everything. As long as we're just casting the main skill, which is our trap, we should be fine. But I'd rather wait for later to do that because it's an unnecessary craft. Right now, including it's going to take out our shield slot, which is giving us a decent chunk of defense. There we go, we're just killing everything. Right, so it's not too bad, right? We just hit our seismic trap on rares here and there. And then we hit our withering step. We dodge as necessary, but for the most part we don't need to. I mean, these monsters hurt, but they're also not too big of a problem. Alright, so we got scarabs, which is nice. Scarab is probably one of the better rewards. Alright, we got bunch of little scares. We got a gilded in there. Nice. We got alchemies, rogue markers. Now these breach rings you do want to pick up. They're 82 plus. There we go, and we picked up everything that we had. Okay, so this is Zoth. Zoth is fire. He's usually not really a problem. I mean, he has some moves here and there, but he's usually not your main concern. If you're doing fight with four of them, Zoth is probably just gonna get killed as you're killing the others. But he does have some attacks, some ranged attacks that you gotta watch out for. As far as I'm trying to think of, he doesn't really have any big problems. Like you see, he just is more of a melee swinger, and he does do that ground thing, as you can see. But just stay away from him, and he's usually fine. Like there you go, he just soars with the fire, and that's about all he really does. There's no big thing. Like ignite, that's his thing. Oh, we're gonna need to take a second. One moment. Oh, well, that was a terrible time to leave. I probably should have at least used the portal. We got one death, unintended, but we'll count it. Give me a second. Hopefully you guys don't hear the car. There we go. Okay, we edited it with one death. Luckily we killed the boss, so it's okay. We also had the foul. We probably could have used it. Not necessary, because again, we killed the boss. The boss was dead. That wasn't our problem. The problem was that there was fire on the ground, and we didn't do anything. All of these items, they can be sold. I mean, they can be upgraded. I don't know their cost. I mean, it's easily to look up. Like, it might be profitable, might be not, but as a trapper, at the very least, it's not too useful. We do need to get the hidden, unfortunately. I don't expect it to be much in cost, but this is another thing that goes into the calculation. So let's see if we can't buy it real quick. Now, normally, I just would just not do the content, but if I'm already streaming it, then I might as well show it. So we go to PoE hidden, PoE trade site, Maven, invitation, hidden. If it could load, the API is slow. Yeah, super cheap. Apparently, not a lot of people are farming it, so this way we can easily do it. There we go. We're just gonna trade. I usually just want to spam. Then so hopefully somebody will trade you. Look for the times listed that are like really short, like 14 minutes ago. Probably will respond. 3 days, a week. Usually not. I mean, you never know, but it's usually right. You don't know what's going on there. Um, there we go. Especially for these items, they were just spamming, and nobody's inviting us yet, right? And the reason is just some people just don't have time, right? They're in the middle of something. You want to throw out a big net. Whoever trades us is the one that's gonna get the chaos. This is why I usually avoid trade sites because of this thing. There is like I wish there was like a mediary site or like a thing that they could put up so it's just like you can put up a bunch of items for sale and then uh if you're on or off it doesn't matter as long as somebody buys it directly like they just like or like flat out there's no negotiation they're just like oh that's it they just put it in it just changes the item for the currency something like that would be really nice because then you could just trade offline a lot of the times and then just get everything done hidden. And that way you would have more people on the trade, right, in general, because now they're just posting stuff and you can just buy anything that you need at any moment. So you don't need to wait for people to come online. Sometimes they just, there's so many, with more people, prices start to drop. So a lot of items that are expensive tend to go down in price because, well, more people. Now, we're gonna check this. You want to check the stats. I'm gonna try to roll it minimally. No extreme stats. I don't think there's any challenge that we need to do on this. Let me just confirm. It's actually very hard to confirm here. Oh, apparently we did this challenge. Master, endgame grind, the feared. Oh, yeah, so that's the feared simultaneous. Alright, so I don't think there's anything for this. So you could just do it light, but I want to kind of roll it a little bit. Alright, we're gonna check out, make sure that they don't have any speed mods, no player res, flasks, whatever, we can do flasks. Extra cold damage, probably not. Projectiles, not. I mean, we'll see what we can get. I mean, projectiles like this, no, I still wouldn't want it. Reflect, nice. Crit multi, not nice. Monster life. No. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't know if shock works. This is perfect. Let's see what we get. And players have less area effect. Not great, considering we need area effect, but I think this is doable. Right? It just gives it a little bit of quality. I mean, we probably could do it higher, but this is just a test. We're gonna see how it goes, right? And we're gonna do some tricks. Now, usually, first thing that most builds kind of want to do is either focus Esh or Unathal. To be honest, I would go for Unathal first every time. Number one, he obviously blocks the attack. He typically stands still, so he's an easier kill. The Esh teleports and he moves around a lot, and he just has a lot of deadly attack, especially if you get up close. Thule can be a problem, but if you're like controlling the field, you should be able to dodge him pretty easily. Same thing with Zoff. He does have the fire pillars, but he's just gonna mostly try to be on you anyway. So as long as you're hitting something else and you have some kind of area, he's probably gonna get hit as well. Okay, so we're gonna see who we get. Ultimately, you're just trying to burst some of them down, just so that you don't have to fight all of them at one point. We might have to, right? Especially if you die, the timer keeps going and you have to respawn. So yeah, so we're now going to do the hidden, right? We got shock ground over here, just keep an eye on that. Shock ground right here, and in the corner, So mostly in the corner, so if you stay kind of in the middle. Okay, so let's just confirm that everything's on. Alright, so we're as ready as it can gonna be for this. Alright, let's see where they appear. You can technically look at these, and they should appear, but it looks like they appear over there. And we got Esh first, so we're gonna drop all our stuff on him, and we got Unathal with it. That's okay, they're pretty close. Ooh, we got hit by that lightning. That's not ideal. Ooh, then we gotta move. I don't actually know which one we got. Come on. There we go. Gonna drop this, traps. Oh, hey Katara. We're trying to do the hidden and learn about it. Okay, so we're trying to drop our traps. There we go. I think we're gonna need that. Now that they're all here, this doesn't necessarily make it too hard for us. We just gotta keep them fairly close. The thing is, it looks like Maven is healing, which is not great for us. So we might die then. Especially if they're healing. Oof. Now we do have Enduring Cry. Enduring Cry is just a cool thing to always have. There we go. We're gonna try to move. I think we killed one. Okay. Now these things blow up, so you just gotta be careful of that. Oof. Come on. There we go. We healed. Yeah, I think Maven's healing. There's no way that this guy is over there. What is problem? Now this thing is just filled now to the brim with these explosions. Okay, he's almost dead. Nice. Okay, so we got probably the hardest one, and we got the second hardest one. Or actually, no, we didn't. No, apparently the one that we kind of should have tried to kill is still alive. So yeah, these things, I think it looks like they have a timer on them. There we go. We're just gonna try to stay away from D-Gen. Oh, we still died. I think we stepped in something, but we cleared it. right? So as you saw, if you group them kind of together, it kind of works, right? You hit them all. You just watch out for the big explosion. Anytime Thule does his ice thing, you just move around. You see pillars of fire, you just don't step in it. Lunathal is just a bigger problem. He just puts those spikes everywhere. So you kind of want facing, which that's why we were using our withering stuff a lot. Unfortunately, we died at the end. I'm not exactly sure what killed us. I feel like it's some kind of degen because we started to really bleed heavily. It could be the bleed that he has, right? Because he's a physical, so we're just probably just bled to death since this is our bleed class. But we still made it, right? One death, as long as you're not in hardcore, is doable, right? I mean, we have a bunch of portals, right? So I mean, we're not a professional at this, but we did, right? We got 2 deaths, that's 20 push-ups, and we managed to do the fear. Let's see what we got. Stain, some breach stone, orb of making, titanium. I don't think this is the right one that we need, but we'll roll it anyway. Yeah, nothing too great, but we got the Cyrus. There it is. Okay, now we're just gonna keep this node on just because we're gonna do Cyrus. Okay. Put this away. Quick. I'm gonna roll this later. Right now we gotta do 1 map, right? Because on Cyrus we need to do 1. Let me try to find a good layout. This is fine. There we go. We just quickly roll it. We don't really care about almost any mod except the negative. Wow, that's kind of ridiculous that we hit it. We're going to check this. Yep, I knew it. There is 2 items almost ready. We have 2 tabulas for that, just to see what happens. Put this one here. We're going to hold on to this one because it's almost done. I don't know if this is the map to finish it, but maybe. And I guess we'll just do June. Right? Just partial juice here and there. Always helps. We're trying to do the Scourge as often as possible to roll our maps, and particularly to try to get as many levels as possible in the mechanic. Because we're trying to level up, trying to get all of these points. We still got 1 point here, 4 points here. These are not necessary, but if we can get all of this, this is a challenge. We're going to try to do our best to get it all. And we got Delirium. Gonna be tough, especially this map. I don't particularly like this map for it, because I never quite know which way to go here. Yep, as you can see, wrong way. There we go. It also doesn't have a lot of monsters, but we do have a blight here, so there we go. Let's go into that. Nice. Clear it. Ooh, kind of painful over here. I didn't actually check what mods we rolled. I just kind of made sure that they weren't the bad mods. Alright, let's kill Riker over here. Come on, die. And Tiny. Is everybody dead? Oh no, there's one more. Corral. They're just stuck in midair. What? I don't get that. Why did they like that? That's so weird. I'm hoping that it's, you know, the delirium stops when they go up in the sky. Like, I mean, when we're doing a breach. I'm pretty sure it does. Right? There we go. Let's do mechanic. Oh, the monsters disappeared. There we go. Oh, it does? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, like I was pretty sure about it, but you know, like it's hard to tell. So if you don't remember it correctly, you just don't know. There we go. And look at that. Something's ready to scourge. This is just the problem of Delirium, where you can't really pick anything up, so we're gonna have to backtrack a lot. We're just trying to get that 3rd reward here and there, maybe get some Scourge going. There we go. Nice and easy. Drop. Teleport back. Move our way up. Yeah, this is not a particularly loaded map of monsters. I mean, it has some monsters, obviously, here and there, but it's actually pretty hard for us to get that next stack. There we go. Healing. And next level. Gonna go right into it. Kill it all. Now the cool thing about all of this when you're doing in the Nightmare is that all these monsters count towards your upgrade, which is like the best thing, right? It helps you get the levels, get the monsters you need. Oh, we're just short. No, literally just short. Oh, are we still going? I think we're still going. Hoping that we have enough monsters here. Ooh. Where are the monsters? Okay. A little bit short. Oh, I don't even know what I picked up. Got some gems, 6 splinters. The boss here is super easy. He's just chaos. I mean, you don't even need to take a single hit, really. Like, they're all telegraphed. See, like, swing. Next boss, this guy is just gonna stomp. So once you place things, just, stay out of that, and then you're fine. There we go. And then he spawns. There is one ability that he has that's pretty deadly. That you just kind of want to just like kind of walk in a circle, and you're just naturally gonna dodge him. And yeah, that's it. He's dead. Pretty easy. Let's check what item it is. Oh, apparently it's not this. Rising. We got a really nice map actually going, and it's not this one. I mean, this one's pretty good too, right? Because monsters take less damage, and our block is down, but we don't block, and we don't care about monster damage. But it's this map. It has fracture. Monsters do deal more damage, but lose energy shield. We don't care. We don't care about energy shield. We could lose all the energy shield. Like, it's tier 5. We can lose all the energy shield every single time. We're fine. Oof. This is not fun. Alright, so we're now just going to kind of loot here and there. We're definitely going to want to backtrack a lot faster because the June mission, which we just did because it was going to be fast, is actually now a problem because we can't do any of the mission anywhere else. Oh, somebody found Nadir mode. Oh, that cannot be present. Yeah, super nice. And so we're just going to walk all the way back and kind of walk slowly back through it. Now, a cool thing about this mechanic is that every time you go into this area, right, the Nightmare, it will always spawn a pack. Not necessarily a rare pack, just a pack of monsters. So you don't have to, like, you could have literally cleared the area, and then you just go back into it, and you get another pack. There is a limit, I believe, so it's not going to be infinite or anything, but it is a pretty high limit, right? You can get a lot of stacks of corruption, which you definitely have to be careful of. They will kill you. None of this is great. Let's put everything, all of these guys in place. Riker, awesome. He gives us Blight Scarabs. Morale, garbage. I'm just going to throw him out. I don't want him in there. Tora. Don't remember what Tora gives. Harbingers. I guess that's okay, right? We can use Harbinger. Alright, so let's just quickly. Oh, apparently we got everything. That node that gives energy shield while rare monsters and stuff like that are nearby is awesome. Like the best node because it just regenerates the ES. It doesn't care about anything like your regenerate or anything like that. It just gives you it, right? And the biggest time you really need that is when there is a rare monster. I mean, there are cases where you're just stuck in a huge group of monsters, like right now, right? You see it, tons of monsters. But it's it's rare that's really going to be the thing that kills you. It's the bosses. The bosses are what's hitting you hard most of the time, right? And that's what you got to be careful of. We're gonna try to pick this up. Oh, we got some monsters here. Oh yeah, right. We didn't clear any of the guys here. All right, so that's 1. Going to 2. And as you can see, our corruption is getting higher. I think the highest so far I've gotten is 255. And well, the monsters, even regular white monsters there, just hurt. There's no other word to explain it. They're just pain. They deal physical damage, and they are painful. Who is this guy? Front. Okay, let's quickly check if there's anything we need to pick up here. Totally just skip it all, but I like to pick up everything. Slows me down a bit, but it's just what I do. It's that fear that you might have missed something. It stays with me even if I don't need it. I don't even really trade, so I don't even need this stuff. But still. Alright, so yeah, I think we got most of this. See what's over here. There is still 2 June, or the betrayed content, right? 2 more June. We got the intervention complete, so I want to, yeah, right here. That's transportation. 1. And then the second one we need would be research, right? It's always research and intervention plus transport and or, well, it's never and, it's transport or transport. Ashling, you are in the wrong place. I keep trying to kick her out, but there's nobody else that's available. So I'm hoping we can kick Pharrell out far enough. Or actually, no, right there. I would hate Leo to move to transportation, but Ashling and research is what I want. So we'll have to just deal with that for now. See what gloves we have. Nice. I always like seeing a new mod to unveil. Really cool. Alright, so let's hit the Veil of Blight. Now the cool thing about the Nightmare mode is you can actually know where you need to go, right? As you see, the map isn't uncovered. Wherever it's not uncovered has monsters. Right? So you just kind of want to just clear the map twice, essentially. Right, and there we go. We cleared it. We're up to 140 stacks. I'm not exactly sure if the stacks just go with time and killing monsters or just killing monsters. I remember they said something about the longer you stay, the more stacks you get. But I can't confirm quite which one it is, because usually when I go in, I try to kill everything. But I don't just wait around. But I'm pretty sure it might just be based on how many monsters you kill. Just assume it's both, and you won't fail. I mean, it's not something you necessarily care about trying to push too hard, unless you really want to. All right, so let's see where we're going. Yeah, so as you see, it just circles. It's just circling up, but it doesn't give us anything, yeah, unless we kill. So I think it is based on killing. Yeah, it looks definitely like based on killing. Ooh. You got it. I almost didn't know it's fire. So you see this highlighted item? This is a cool, this is a new thing that they did. Max roll, right? 151, the top roll. 85, usually you care like about 86 for energy shield to roll the tier 1, right? That's only at 86. So it's pretty useless for us. But if we were soul self-found, that would be worth picking up. Most because even if we get the tier 1, right? If we get a terrible base for it, why? You want the best base for it. So the 85 can have a lot of uses. It's just on energy shield particularly, it's just because you want 86. Okay, we're gonna clear it here. Okay, let's put up a portal just in case we haven't put up a portal in a while. Gonna go into this realm. As you can see, well, you probably don't notice it yet. We're pretty tanky, so things aren't really too much of a problem for us. There's a bunch of monsters there. Another thing I like to do is see which I can do faster. If I can clear the June before the Nightmare finishes. I don't know if I'm going to do it here just because there's still a lot of parts that I want to clear out here. So I might need to save it, but it is kind of a fun thing to do. Alright, so I remember there was a rare monster. So remember we had a rare monster here, so he's going to be here again. Right? Essentially just go into a different map version of the same thing. And there you go. You want to kill these rares mostly. We do have an area right here. And we killed everything. Oh, we need more pockets. We can check this. I thought this is good. 18. Great. Alright. We don't need that. The only thing we left is just the June and all of these triangles. Right, quality gems, always worth picking up because you can just sell them. We're going to sell some items real quick and transfer over our corrupted. Let's put it up. Let's see what we get. Final one. Reduced energy shield recovery and melee. Oh, that is so painful to get. That is just terrible. Like the worst tier 3. We get. Does anybody even use that? You know, take melee hit. I don't think anybody. Not good. Failed. I guess we'll hold on to that. just to see what we get. I think we got all the veiled rings, but
I will see you again.
nice. We're gonna put some items away real quick. Now, what you want to do is actually have a dump tab, but since a lot of things gets allocated anyway, uh, you can just make sure you're allocating. Yep. Welcome. Alright, so it looks like we have a bunch of people here. It is rare for my stream to have people here. um, yeah, so this is actually a lot of, some people say that this research is hard. I gotta say, it's mostly if it's just if that fled in here, because he just dive bombs you with chaos damage. For the most part, as long as you have phasing, it's actually not bad. Right, when you get here, just circle. As you can see, we're circling, circling. Obviously, don't get hit by the fireball, and yeah, even if more of them show up, it's actually not too big of a deal. I actually like this side area. Let's unveil this. Nope. Here, yeah, we got everything. Okay, let's do it. Alright, so we cleared the map. Probably should have checked those boots, maybe something on it, but whatever. Right. Let's check our clusters. Attack damage, spell damage, 9, 12. The 12 is probably worth anything. The 9 is also probably not worth anything, but we'll keep it for rolling. Put all our gems in here. This is a 21 max. I guess we'll check the price on that later. I doubt this is for something. This is kind of my tab, not just for gems, but for things that I'm going to put into the Scourge mechanic. I actually got my own armor from the crab. Made it a 5 link. I'm going to corrupt it, see if it turns into a 6 link, maybe get some good stuff on it. It's rare, but you know, it's something. Happen. Maybe. Hopefully. Alright, so now we just got to do one more map, and then it's going to be Cyrus time. Yep. Rocks. Rocks actually dries pretty fast for us, but this projectiles might be a bit of a problem. We're gonna do the June mission again and hope we don't get delirium, because I don't want delirium, but we get delirium. Let's see. Dig. Oh, I didn't even look at the map. Yeah, Dig is a pretty linear place. Okay. No delirium. That's perfect. Right? You don't hear a lot of people say that. What? No delirium. You want delirium. Ooh, a lot of these floaty guys. I forgot what they're called. The porcupines, right? Or whatever. I think, yeah, everybody just calls them the porcupine. They can be really, really deadly, and I heard the old man was actually having trouble with them, but they're pretty easy to mitigate. You just need some dodge or armor. I prefer, well, there's no dodge, but like I prefer just having some evasion and some spell suppression, and that's more than enough. But you can use determination, you can use grace. Any one of those skills is more than enough to help you, right? For the most part. And then if you notice that you're still having trouble, obviously just don't stand right in them. You just want to throw your things and kind of just get out of the way. Oh, this guy's moving around. Come on. Oh, it teleported back. Let's pick up some of the stuff that we dropped. Okay, corrupt map. The fear. Oh, this is whatever. We'll just do it. It's always good to have some of these. Now, there is, I believe, 4 of them that I am looking for. The Scorned, the Envy. Forgot the other 2, but they upgrade to the Corrupted Essences. I mean, I feel like I would recognize them if I saw them. Hopefully, I didn't miss them. But you know, I am human. I err. But they have a high chance of, like when they corrupt, they're actually the only ones that can turn into the corrupted version essences. They're always nice to have around, especially if you're an SSF. It's pretty much how you're going to get them. You're not going to get them any other way since they've restricted the drop. So it's very important that you keep an eye out for them. Right? I mean, there is essences on the map device, so it's going to happen often that you will have essences, right? Like this is not common, right? To have this many. of these essences. This is because we hit it on the map. Oh wow! I guess the essences doesn't come with us on the map, do I? I mean, into the nightmare. Alright, let's kill him. Nice. Oh wait, did we ever? Yeah, we didn't interrogate the people, did we? Where are they? Oh, they're over there. Okay, let's pick some stuff up. Okay, we got our essences. And another corruption. Yeah, maps are going. Oh, it's not even a map. This is this one. Tabula. First tabula. Oh, we hit that mod again. How do we keep hitting physical damage to melee? Terrible. Alright, let's see. We don't want Corel. Corel, I want to replace with Leo. Alright, because he doesn't really give us anything good. He does give us fossils, which is good, but other than that, it is nothing important. Oh, nice. We got the physical damage from hits taking us fire. I was looking for this craft. I had to ask for a Gilmy to do it, but now I have it myself. 6 boots. Nothing on it. Okay. Let's go to research. Kill it. Kill these guys. Now this is another place where it's actually pretty cool with the Scourge, because there's a lot of monsters. Right? And they do all transfer over. Right, so it definitely helps you with the Scourge. Here we go. We'll go in. Hit that flat. This is the guy that can really damage you. You can try to circle him a lot, but he can sometimes just get you no matter what. We just did it just in time. Bargain, bargain. Oh no, it's just, I hate it when they're alone. When they're alone, they don't want to do anything. Stand around like, oh yeah, you want this? No, okay. Leave you alone. And we got one more somewhere. We have Expedition. Expedition is actually pretty cool, as always, as you guys might remember. The most soothing sounds in the game at the moment. Nothing can beat it. Right, when you pick up the currency, yeah, it's just the best sound. Like reloading a gun, except even better. Like the sound of it, not necessarily the gun part. The sound of it. There we go, let's kill these guys. Keep getting, is this beyond? We keep getting beyond it. Or, oh no, this is Drox's monsters. Okay, never mind. Okay, then it's all good. Because for some reason, a lot of our maps have beyond, and I get like Glen Cairns, we procced into the Atlas objective, but it, oh, we accidentally already killed the boss? I guess he was by the door. We didn't even realize he was by the door. It's again one. It's one. What this is, flask. Nope. Trigger, socketed spell, that's cool. And nothing good on this. Okay. Yeah, you see it's highlighted because of the trigger. Okay, let's pick up that. Chance. Oh, did you know chance orbs give you regrets? You can sell them. I honestly had no clue about that. Not that if I needed to, I could have figured it out, right? But I honestly had no idea. And when I found out, I was kind of shocked because it makes sense that they would also convert, because like every other item in the game converts. I mean, currency item. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's do the expedition. Expedition can be super profitable, even still. I think there is a challenge for it. Let's see, what are we gonna get? We're trying to get as many monsters as possible. So we're probably gonna go for Quant, or actually, to make this right, I think we gotta go here. This. And we're gonna get over here for this fire damage, since we're not fire. We're gonna get this for leech. We don't leech, I believe. We get this for rarity, because we care about rarity, which we don't. And this, I guess. Actually, no, let's get this one too. I mean, Circle Strikes, whatever. Now, these are also saved, so if you had Scourge, you can do them. But they are also dangerous monsters, so I would not always suggest doing it. Like, sometimes you could just do them alone. Because they're tanky, they're problematic, they're still as dangerous as last. Okay, but you can hear the sound, right? You hear that? Just like... So nice. I also like that you don't have to pick up. After last league where it was just non-stop pickup of this currency, so much better. See, look at that. Down. Ah, so good. Alright, so... Okay, so this is kind of an open area, so we can show you. So we're going to go into the corruption zone, and you will see that a monster group will appear somewhere. Right there. I know, it's been a long time for it. And there we go, and we got there. Onslaught on hit. Not bad. I wish we kind of left there a little bit sooner, just so we can show it again. Let's kill some monsters real quick. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got some monsters. So we're gonna go back to the same area. So we're right here. We just killed everything there. So watch, I'm gonna. And there's another pack of monsters. Right. Boom. Okay, now we left just in time, and we're gonna try it one more time. Wow. And there's another pack of monsters. Okay, it's not rare or all the time and stuff like that. So I think we just didn't do this group, to be honest, because it looks like there's a lot of them. But it's kind of all the time. Like there is, I feel like, a limit to it, because there was once that I did it and it just didn't give me any monsters anymore. But I also cleared the map, like really, really cleared the map. So they just no more monsters that it can output for me. So I think there is a limit on it, but it's pretty high. Like you have to get into the hundreds of stacks. Alright, let's do it. There you go. Gonna kill these guys. See, I hope for the straight to inventory for contracts, because they drop all the time in the currency. Like that's another thing. They have their special locker for it, right? So they can just put it. I mean, I understand why they let the reroll currency be sellable, but at the same time, it's just. Oh, hey, Nanya. It's okay. I mean, I know you have things to do. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're just doing bossing or like limited bossing, right? We got Ravage map we're gonna do Cyrus, and just for people that just need help with the mechanic and learning a little bit about it, we're gonna demonstrate the casual gamer's way of combating a lot of this. Right? We are not professionals. Oh no, no monsters. I think did we hit the limit already? I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, we're 153, but I don't think we should have hit the limit. Alright, let's kill the monster. I mean, we did clear most of the map. Keep hitting. We keep dropping gems. I think this area has like quality gems on it. Shouldn't be hitting this many. There we go. Is there any monsters? Okay, so no, we didn't hit it. Yeah, because they're still spawning monsters. Okay. The boss arena is a pretty cool place, especially if they spawn their own monsters. You constantly recharge, so you just drop in the zone, you kill, drop out, you get some more blood, and then you go back in. Go. Get the blood so maybe you have one. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if more people will watch the stream, but I'm happy. For the most part, the big thing that would come with more people is, more people will have questions, maybe something they want to know, or just a topic to chat about. Right? Like, I can kind of just sit here and chat to myself, right? I'm fine with that, but at the same time, it's nice to hear different topics that I can talk about, that I can use, maybe ideas. It's always nice to hear. Not quite because we're a new stream, we don't quite know what we're trying to do with it. For the most part, I'm playing mostly PoE and stuff like that. Well, we picked up a bunch of crap we don't know. But I just don't know, so I need people to help me figure out what exactly I'm trying to do. For the most part, I'm just talking, right? The idea of the stream is just like walk and talk. We talk, we walk. As you can see, they're starting to get dangerous. Like before, these monsters weren't hurting us at all, but like now we get pretty hard. Alright, so Warlord. This guy is super annoying. This guy has a lot of HP. There's really two moves that you gotta watch out for. Dropping the banner and the fist. He does have some minor moves that can really hit a lot, but if you are at least somewhat tanky, you should be fine. Right? So we'll go into it. The bubble phase, you just gotta keep attacking him. That's basically it. I don't know if it's timed or damaged, but it could be both. Like I've seen him pop out of the bubble really fast. Pretty sure it's easy to figure out, but we're just gonna tackle him. we're Trapper. This is super easy. He stands still. We just pre-trap a lot. And then, yeah, see? Seismic Trap, doing the damage. He's just melting. And you gotta watch out for this. Usually you just don't stand in it. If you're moved, you can be fine. And there you go. Now we just kind of damage him through this. The big thing about, since we're poisoned, is we just gotta keep our wizard stacks up. So we're just kind of hitting him. There you go. And he's already up. And that move just drops fists. Oh, we didn't even see him drop. Oh, wow. We keep almost dying after the boss dying on death effects. Very, very scary. But yeah, we did it. Do we have any? Yeah, okay, none of our... Alright, so it's up to Cyrus. So if you are joining us just now, you are here to see what you came for. You came here to see Cyrus, right? End game stuff. And if you have questions, obviously you can ask, but let's quickly just solo this. I'm gonna corrupt this. I just corrupt all jewels at this point. I don't even think the grant is worth anything. No. Good. Ooh, vulnerability on hit. That's cool. I don't know how much that's worth, but it's cool.
See you soon.
Put that here. This is basically where we're gonna put a bunch of stuff that we want to check later. Put everything in there. Gems go in a different spot. Hate that the new currency. Every league, new currency. I thought they're gonna start putting the new currency in their own locker, right? So I was like, nice. So that's just gonna be a thing. But then, what did they end up doing? They gave you a bunch of currency that you can't put anywhere. So you gotta put it in your currency tab. Terrible. Like they came up with the heist locker, the condition locker. And it's like more lockers, but whatever, lockers. I'm okay with lockers. Lockers have affinities now, so it works. And then they just gave us a bunch of stuff that you can't put anywhere. I still wish they put somewhere, like anywhere, like the death card tab, anywhere where you can put stack decks. I have nowhere to put them. You just have a bunch of decks. Like I just put them in the currency tab as well. Alright, so a few things you need to know about Cyrus. You can actually do them pretty much without getting hit once. I have done it. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things in there. Apparently, they're really good gambles. You only need to find one good card, so your odds of finding that card go up the more cards you have. Right? So if you have like 1,000 cards, your chance of selling it for more, for what, the worth that's more than the cards is very high. Like doctor cards, nurse cards, a bunch of stuff. So back to the fight. You can talk him through this death list. All his moves are somewhat telegraphed. I have actually done it once. Perfect, like a perfect one. I doubt this is the one because I'm not quite used to the Trapper at dodging as well. I was on my EV light character. But it should be fine. For the most part, just keep an eye on the storms. We'll go, talk about it as we go. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so the first part is just always easy. You just go down here. And you kind of want to dodge into it because he's going to do that second move. Now, don't output most of your skills right here because he's going to teleport. There you go. And the big issue with him is he moves around a lot. Right? So here we're kind of lucky. Right? His attacks are very linear. You just don't let him hit. So it's pretty quick. Now he does the storm. When he does the storm, just go to the side. I like to go this way. It's a lot easier now. The easiest way to dodge a lot of his hits is just to wait for him to do 2 or 3 attacks. Luckily, we don't have to do it, right? The storms actually move, but you would just like walk forward, walk back, walk forward, walk back, and then it clears out. Ooh, we missed it. Okay, there we go. So you just walk around him. Oh, so that's what I was worried about. That he's just gonna straight up dish dodges. So we're just gonna keep putting traps on him. Keep an eye on, the bigger Cyrus guy, I guess. I'm not sure. It's like his Mirage Archer. The corridor can be deadly. You just one dash usually takes care of it. Alright, you just stay away from him. Keep circling him, and eventually he's just gonna go down. Like if your attack is very stationary, you really want a large AoE so you can hit him. In our case, with the trap. And we're up to second. There's gonna be, I think, 2 more. Right, so you just walk up and he starts to do his attacks. The storms are actually moving pretty quick, but we're just going to show you what happens if there's two. Right, so you do two attacks, you wait them out, and then you move in. You just got to get right under him. Once you're under him, he goes up. So what I do pre-trap is the bear trap because it doesn't really hit him, it just makes him take more hits. Ooh. And for this is obviously just run. Nothing particularly difficult there. As you can see, all his moves, at least in this phase, very easy. This phase should be a breeze for the most part. Now, you could kind of even like optimize it by not using all your flasks, but it's just a habit. I just burn through my flasks without even thinking about it. Alright. There we go, come on. Die. Calling strike against this boss is really nice, which I don't have, which kind of sucks, but... Ooh. Thought he was dead. Okay, let's get him to 25. Alright, so you did this. So this is going to be as soon as he goes into the storm. Get him. There it is. This is going to be the last phase. You want to output as much damage as possible in the beginning. I do think he has resistance to it, but I think it's just going to still be your best bet. Right? Because he's going to be in one spot for at least a moment. He starts to move around a lot. So as you see, the storm's moving a little bit slower. So we're just going to let 2 hits. Usually that's more than enough. And there you go. Oh, cool. Alright, so we're going to start outputting. There we go. Nice. As you saw, we already output a bunch of damage into him. Kind of sucked he went into this, but yeah. That was basically our most damage. This phase, he's kind of resistant. Right? Well, basically what you want to do is you want him to teleport before you output your damage. Here, you just kind of walk right at the end when his hands go up. And for the die beam, you just got to watch him. Wherever he hits, you want to be on the opposite sides for the most part. But yeah, as you see, he's kind of standing for like a few seconds in one spot. So you just dodge once into it. Sometimes you get hit. Sometimes you don't. There you go. He does another die beam. You can just listen for it. We kind of just saw it, but you can hear it. If you gotta stay kind of close to him. If you do, it's super easy to dodge the die beam. And this you just circle. There we go. Right. If you just stay close to him, it's fairly easy to avoid him. Right. We kind of took a little bit of that, mostly because we could, not necessarily because we couldn't move out of the way. You obviously could have just kept circling it. I kind of wanted to output a little bit of damage into him. There we go. And he doesn't die. You can literally just walk around him. Dodge into it, you see? Kind of easy. So as you do this fight more and more, it's very easy to start picking stuff up. Like, your job is not to try to output damage the whole time. You just want to wait it out a little bit. Okay, now we're kind of in a bad spot. So you just kind of slow, and then at the last second, dodge him. Oh, there we go. I knew the die. So his die beam, we'll have to talk a little bit about it in a second. I guess we could try to talk about it while we're doing it. It kind of comes in a pattern. As you see, he does a very specific pattern. He does the pinwheel lasers, and then he does the mirror things, right? Oh, we missed him. I didn't see where he is. There he is. Yeah, so he does these things now, and then after this, he's gonna do the die beam. Okay? But he changes it up ever so slowly, and it slowly migrates. But for the most part, he tries to keep to this unless he's interrupted or you die, and then he does this. So you can kind of get used to what he's doing. It's not always going to be the same, so don't think you can just like learn, oh, this is always going to come first. No, he has his own way of doing it every time. This is where calling strike would be super nice. Cool. So yeah, you see we wait for the hands up, and we just move out of the way. Now, see, if you don't see where he is, you just listen for the die. There we go. Okay, luckily he didn't do it, but yeah, as you can see, if you have calling, this is where it super helps. Alright, so you could probably take one of those hits pretty easy. And he's just trying to phase us out. Now he's like... Okay. Come on. I can't output enough damage. Literally that. There we go. So just keep an eye on him. Boom. He did the die. Like you can literally just walk out of it. I mean, you need a little bit of movement speed, but it's not fast. Like 30% movement speed on boots is literally all you need. Oh, come on, stop running. See, he said die. We dodge. I mean, we probably didn't need. Oh, that is a terrible chop. But we got some Val gloves. Let's see how far we get. My luck is 2. That's my luck. I dodged 2. Or I got Val 2. What do you saw? Deathless, right? The biggest issues you're really going to have if you can stay close to him is if you die, you're going to have to go through the storms again. They will move, but don't rush in. If you go in, just give it grace period because sometimes that storm is right against that door and you just walk into death. It happened to me thousands of times. Just wait it out sometimes if when you die just to see how it goes. The next thing is sometimes during the storms don't quite work well. Don't try to push into him, especially if you don't know where he's quite it. Like he could be still in the middle of a storm. So that's another way you can easily die to storms. They deal a lot of damage. Really hurt. Don't want to be there. As for he himself, he has the beam. In his regular phase, super easy. He doesn't even move. The dive beam, it's kind of like an arc. I would say it's like 15 to 20 degree arc, maybe even 25, like a quarter. So you just kind of walk around him, right? The closer you are, the easier it is to dodge. If you're like far away, you will have a harder time to dodge. Now, it comes a time where sometimes you either died and you came in and he already does die, or he just teleports and you don't see him. What you want to do is you want to time it. So he does die, and then you just want to dodge as far as you can in a different direction than when you were walking. So assuming you're doing what we're always doing, right? We're just walking. Right? And so if you're walking into the fight and he just like says, die, I'm gonna go dash. Or well, my dash didn't respond as quick, but yeah, I just dash into the other because he focused on you. Wherever he was standing, he was focused. Now, there is a chance that where you dodge is in line, so he could have been like over here. But everywhere else, you're now out of that beam, right? And that's kind of what you want. You can technically do this while walking too. You can just walk and then just dash forward. If you kind of know where he is, you can kind of dash into him to see where he is. You start to get a feel for it. But for the most part, as soon as you hear the dash, you want to dash as far away from him as from wherever you were standing, not from him, away from where you were standing, right? And then at that point, you kind of have to hope. But as long as it's not right after death, you kind of know where he is, right? Like when he teleports, he has like an after image that shows kind of where he goes. So like if he's gonna teleport that way, he's like dashing and there's like an after image, like little minor clones, right? Like shadows appear of him and they show you which direction it's kind of like he's using the regular dash, right? Where not flame dash, he's using his own dash and it's like dash and you can kind of see where you can kind of tell where he's going. So he might like disappear, but if you knew that he went that way, then you pretty much know it's coming from here. He does that too, but I don't think it's every time because I've seen him. Uh, well, he like turns to your direction, right? He always focuses on you, so you do want to wait till after he says die, right? So I guess you're in that sense, you're right. You do want to wait for him to say die because if you dash before that, he will just target wherever you landed into, right? He has that auto target, but as soon as he says die, you can kind of eventually feel it out, like the timing of it. But it's not too bad if you just do it right after he says die and you just dash. Most of the time, you will survive. Now, after you dash, you just keep moving in kind of an area to try to find him. Try not to walk in the same area, especially if he's coming in. The beam is like over here or over here. You just don't want to walk the same direction. You kind of just want to keep moving different directions until you find out what the die beam is, and you kind of just move out of there. Everything else, meteor. There is a bug where you can get stuck if you're in hardcore. Just log out. You will literally have enough time for that. Other than that, nothing you can do. That thing is pretty much a one-hit kill. I think you can kind of survive if you have enough life and defenses. You can, I guess, but it's not hard to walk around. Like I said, 30% movement speed, more than enough. That's really all we have. Just have these boots. Right? That's all the movement speed. 30 and fine. We do have a movement speed for the last, but literally it wasn't on in that last part of the fight when you really wanted. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. His when he clones phases, you can literally just stand there and wait for him to raise his arms and then just move at the last second. And wherever he appears, sometimes you get unlucky and he's right near you. But if you stay in the middle, it's kind of easy to dodge. Stay on the outer circle, you could still do it. It's a very easy mechanic. The pinwheel, super easy to dodge. You just stay near it I don't know if it moves the same way every time. I feel like it does, right? Counterclockwise, right, Kataro? Maybe. I don't remember. But that's another easy mechanic. Dodge, you just walk with it, right? You can just flame dash over. You can't dash over it. Some movement skills you take damage going over stuff, so you wouldn't want to do that over it. But it's easy to walk unless you're like stuck in a corner. Well, then you're gonna have to work it out. Really, you try not to get yourself into the corner of the circle. Try to stay in the middle. But yeah, that's look. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything good, and can't use portal in here. But we have these gloves. Let's check these gloves are. Okay, we're gonna corrupt them. Let's see how many corrupts we get. Oh, 12% increased life. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, it's a record. I beat 2. It's 3. I didn't even hit an implicit. Oh, it's so bad. This is an 86 base, and I think we're gonna keep it. I do have this hubris circle. I don't know why I have it like that, but we're gonna keep this because we are trying to roll a few things. But yeah, as you can see, our luck and valing prevailed in us not, in the item. So yeah, so we only have one thing left to do now, and that is the ravaged map. They're fairly cheap. Don't know why. It's because people are not doing it. It's not profitable. I mean, it kind of feels like it's just a blight that's just harder. But it does have a chance to drop the new stuff, right? I think it's an amulet, anointing amulet. But it's supposed to be rare, so maybe that's why it's super cheap, because it's super rare, and just doing that map for super rare thing is probably not worth it. So, yeah, first thing you want to do, you kind of want to put clear, right? This map inherently has 20% increased monster movement speed. We are trying to make sure they don't move, so we're gonna reduce their movement speed. This can have up to 9 annoyance. For the most part, we're gonna try to keep the same one. There we go. That's first. I believe it's Sephi next. Towers deal more damage. This helps, but I don't know if we need that. Let's see. I think Amber. Yeah, Amber is probably the better one for us. We want to upgrade as much as possible. Now, you could go Sephi. Sephi is totally what people are doing. But I don't mind going slow. Particularly, I also have my own damage. So what I will go instead is I'm going to try these other oils. Now, normally I just go Crimson, right? Because it gives that 10 lucky chests. But you can go Opal, and more Quant, I guess. Right? I mean, fine. And boom. It's Venom. It doesn't really matter. Now, for the quality and everything. Okay, so we got the quality up. For our current strategy, these are the 2 rings you want, empowering rings. You can use 2 increased effects. You don't need a range. I kind of like the range. I was suggested this, and it works. But yeah, you don't need the range. Now, as for rolling the map, you want to make sure you don't roll any bad modifiers like more life. I mean, it's not too big of an issue, but it is a problem because these bosses hard to kill. But you definitely don't want movement speed. None of that. Some pretty rippy like minus max res, no life regen. Obviously, want to avoid that. You also do not want to get monsters cannot be stunned. This is very important. If you get monsters can't be stunned, then our strategy falls apart. I mean, probably still can do it, but it's not as flowing as it's gonna be. As well, I'm gonna show you. So let's see what we get. First roll, extra damage, for can inflict. Whatever, it works, right? I mean, you could try to roll it higher, but we're fine with it, right? We can actually add a modifier. Here, let's just add one. Right, quantity on this. Let's hope it's nothing too bad. Like, it could literally give us the modifier we don't want. But there is a beastcraft that allows you... you can double corrupt the map, but we don't want to do this. If I can just find... I think we missed it. No. What? Oh, no. I think we don't have the beast. No, we do. Right here. Yeah, add him onto remote. I guess I didn't see it. There we go. We just kill it super fast. I feel like this mechanic might be another one that might disappear, like a league. But I don't know what they're gonna do with the crafts. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got 50% reduced flex. That's awesome. That's actually really good. Alright, so now our quant's 150. We could technically go one more time, but I think this map's actually pretty good as it is. We're just gonna leave it. Okay, now for like the other things to juice this, there's really nothing else you can use except fragments. Right? You can't use what do you call it? None of the scarabs, none of that. I think there is prophecies you can use. The reason I think that is because things like that increase the map level area and work. I want to see. I'll try it. Yeah, no, not these. Might have some. Val wins. Go. We're just gonna use it. If it procs, it procs. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's just an aura. Yep. So this is the only way. Each of these adds 5 quant. So our quant's gonna be 160. Right. So this is gonna be nice. Map quality is 20% the value. So yeah, let's do it. All right. Now hopefully we get some good rolls. You also want a good map layout, but we'll see what we get. Like we could easily fail this, right? Don't expect me to have like some super kick-ass strategy. Easy to fail, but I just have some general tips. Now, first tip, I mean, it suggests to put the pole here, but I kind of don't like it because I can accidentally press it. But you do want to keep it close. So what I do is I usually keep it like in a corner that's still close enough, because all these towers, they deactivate when you're not here. So as soon as you come in, you kind of want all the towers to be activated. Now, this map, kind of good, I guess. So if you notice that last map we also kind of had choke points. And we kind of have them again. The problem is that these choke points are really close. So hopefully we can build really far out. But other than that, the fact that we even have choke points does make it easier, right? At these choke points, we're going to put towers. We're going to put the ground towers, and we're not going to upgrade them past 3. They have like some weird mechanics, but within Power Tower, basically the bosses are going to stay still. And that's what we're working on. This is like taught today by another guildmate, Ishkov. I don't know if you guys know him. Probably not his in-game name as often, but you know, whatever the case is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's YouTube videos of this as well. But we're gonna start. So we are a little bit unlucky. We got 3 ground. Okay, but we can counter this. You just get ice. Ice also works. It's not as good, but it works. Now for the first one, since we know this is already ground, we want to keep at least one of these to be ground here. Go. You don't upgrade it. This is a choke point. I'm gonna put ground. Probably should have done it the reverse way, to be honest, but it's okay. There we go. Now we're gonna start the encounter. Okay, and as we progress, we're gonna try to build more stuff around here. Now, technically, you don't want to kill things. I enjoy killing it here and there, just to speed it up. As you see, these monsters. What do you think? These are just the blues, right? There we go. And here we go. We got another one, and I don't think that's gonna reach over there, but we're gonna put ice over here. Ice, ice. There we go. And now we kind of want a damaging aura somewhere, just so we have something damaging. Okay, but it's kind of tough to roll damaging, so we're actually gonna put one over here. This over here. There we go, and we got ourselves covered. And here we go. As you see, super slow. We're actually gonna kill these just because we don't have anything else that will hurt them right now. There we go. Tons of points. Nice. Okay, so this has went in. Now we're gonna upgrade this. I'm gonna put another one of this. Nice. Now you want to always stay close to the thing. This shield is not great for us. It is what we were kind of worried about. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of focus on the boss. Okay, it's still okay over there. I was just kind of worried that we're too far, but so far it's okay. These bosses are gonna hurt a lot. As you can see, they're just tanking our damage. So we need more damaging. There we go. We're gonna upgrade that. Nice. Now we need something over here. Go, upgrade, upgrade. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Go. Now we gotta focus this guy down. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. As you can see, we got a little bit unlucky here. Yep, yep. Because we gotta definitely kill this guy before he gets anywhere. Now you don't have to worry too much as long as we got most of the regions covered. I'm hoping we do. Okay, come on. Yeah, he is just tanking our damage. Oh no, somebody got through. Ooh, that's not good. Not good for our damage. Okay, so we're gonna let that guy stay there for a little bit. As we gotta focus here. Yeah, it's all these proximity shields. Oh no. Alright, so this guy's gonna hit that thing probably once. We need to start upgrading a lot of stuff here. I did something that you probably shouldn't have fought them as much, but I kind of was worried about that guy. Right, the tower is supposed to do most of the killing here, so we're gonna start putting up damaging towers everywhere. There we go. Especially since we got enough. Upgrade everything. I like fire. I mean, obviously fire is not gonna work for everything, but it does work for all the bosses. So we're gonna upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Oh, especially here, we definitely need one of these. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Okay. There we go. Cool. Fire, fire, upgrade. There we go. Nice. Let's put another. Let's put a lightning there. Lightning, lightning. No, they destroyed the pump. What? I didn't even see them. Ah, we failed it. It's okay. So as you notice, we got a little bit unlucky. I'm pretty sure it was probably the ground guys that got through. These maps are pretty cheap. 86 bases always drop from here, but we don't really care too much about it. But yeah, so you can get unlucky. As you saw, I kind of was already worried about just the fact of the first one. Probably could have walked around and put more things down. Probably that would have been the best strategy. But it just got me a little bit worried, so I was trying to focus that boss down, and he ultimately still just tapped the machine. I probably should have just let him go through. Right? You can let go one boss, I believe, and it works out fine. Yeah, that was really unfortunate on that. But, you know, it's okay. It happens. They're very cheap maps. The only thing that we lost is really the silver oil, but we have another one. Opal isn't. Right? So just to make up for it, let's do a 14. Right? For the T14, very easy. You just want to put... we might need another upgrade here. I don't know the prices, so that might not have been worth it, but whatever. It's okay. So we upgrade it. We hit it. And I personally like to corrupt them. Bad corruption, but whatever. Then get the fragment. Have very little of the midnight. And let's do this one. We're just gonna do the regular one. And we'll just show you a little bit slower version, right? I'm not gonna attack, I'm gonna try to do kind of how you are kind of supposed to do it. I know I was already kind of showing it, but you will see that you can technically not even attack. Right? Because you saw me attack a lot, and that was just more for me. I was like, I'm always checking my damage to see how I do. So as you see, fire, fire, fire. So we're probably gonna go minion, maybe lightning. Okay, so you put one close. You look for a choke point, somewhere close to be honest. Right here, this is probably the best one. Go, put that up. Get that up. Probably do more, but we're gonna stop right here. Cool. So we're going to try not to attack as much as we can. I mean, you could always attack the beginning, but it's more about the later parts anyway. Okay, so this is upgraded. We were probably going to go lightning. Yeah, we could probably go. I guess we can do one lightning so that it's here. Just for that minion. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this is another choke point itself right here. Go. Okay, so these bears are super fast, right? So they can easily get through all of this. So we're gonna put an ice here. Slows them down. And the lightning will kill them. Kinda wanna upgrade it, but we gotta save our points. Go. Cool, lightning. Yeah, as you see this is coming in, but it's coming in through here, so it's gonna be kind of okay. So, we could put that up here, just so that these minions super enhance. Drop another one. There we go. Alright, so it's going kind of up, so we definitely need something over there. Put it over here. And as you see, we're not really even attacking. Like, it's totally fine. These towers are kind of meant for clearing, and as long as you're able to just slow everything down, you should have an easy time. Upgrade that. And we're gonna put minion over here. And we got our first boss over here. There we go. And boss is going down. Nice. And we got another one over here. Good, we're gonna put this one up. Okay. We might need to attack here. But we'll try not to. Cool. There we go, we're gonna drop it the third one. Oh no, that slowed it down. Yeah, the tower paused for a second. Come on. Come on, build up, build up, build up. There we go. Now we're gonna do ice over there. Just to slow them down. Good, to give our tower as much help as possible. There we go. Okay, so there's 3 pathways for the most part. We're gonna do another one over here. Over here. Over here. Because it looks like they're now going directly into it. Good. Nice. And yeah, it looks like we didn't even need to attack anything yet. Now I am kind of worried about this right here, but once this tower goes up, I think we might need to do one lightning over there. Because remember, there is a resistant one. There we go. Arc tower. I don't actually know where that one is, but it's open. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna put an arc tower over there, and now we're gonna put an arc tower over there. Arc tower. Try not to die. Ooh, ooh. Oh no! They're attacking us. Alright, they're stunned. Gotta hit that. Cool. Nice. There we go. Oh, it's the Beyond. Yeah, we're gonna kill the Beyond right here, right? Because you can see they're not on the map. So we're just gonna kill the Beyond. Okay. I'm not sure if the towers actually target the Beyond. Question. And yeah, you see, we didn't need to attack except the Beyond, but you just attacked that in our way. But yeah, the strategy works really well here. You can practice it several times to figure out how it works. We just got super unlucky with that first one. It was a good layout, I would say. I mean, we probably could have done it, but I was just so focused on that first one being immune to ground, or this tower, right? Okay. Nice. See, not attacking anything. Right, this is more than enough. The lightning and this, plus the lightning tower over there, and the empower. I don't know if the empower can reach it. Let's put another empower over there. We could put another minion. Right, we just need the lightning tower in case of minion immunity. But the minion immunity, oh, it's already dead, so there's no minion immune. But the lightning tower is more than enough in one direction. It'll hit everything. So you just stay near the tower just so that all three are activated. You don't want to make towers too far from you. It's almost done. And basically that's how you do it, to make sure that you can still do a flight without having to worry about it. Right? And we didn't even have like power plus and stuff like that. You could technically do that to make it easier, right? If you can spend more points, you can upgrade the towers closer to us. As you saw, it's a little bit iffy here, right? And that's usually why we do the upgrades cost less. We usually don't, like I said, I want to try not to do the tower damage as much, most because damage isn't as important sometimes. Alright, so it looks like a monster is stuck. So this happens sometimes. But we're gonna try to stick to it. Oh, no, this is not one of them. This is a beyond. That where is it? Okay, so you can follow the line. Yellow line. And let's put minions right. Look at them. Assassinated. There we go. And we got a bunch of stuff. So the rewards are about the same as the Ravage. I've already done a Ravage, and yeah, it's nothing impressive to be honest. It's kind of weird. But again, I think it's mostly because it has that chance for the amulet. That's really it. It's harder for the chance of an amulet. Plus, it's a challenge. Nice. Chaos. Some spin. So next time, for the next stream, what I'm going to try to do is just figure out some basic tips and things that you might be able to do for money. Not necessarily like looked up versions, right? I don't quite know exactly, but I definitely know that they are a consistent thing that people tend to do for some profit. It's not probably the most profitable thing, but you know, it is something that people do. Like I said, I'm not really somebody that sells things. Like I just play and I find stuff. Wow, this is terrible. Oil drop. The 214, it dropped clear and amber, like all over the place. They're upgrade oils, so we can still upgrade them right still. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing that. Basically, just showing the most casual things you could do to get yourself a little bit ahead. Right? I mean, the pros, they have like ridiculous strategies, like, oh, how do you farm this and that? And I'm like, I don't even have any of that. And I can't handle that, or I can't do that. And for the builds, you usually can easily get a build that works. It's not particularly difficult. Let's put these here. Rats, good. Overflowing riches, this is good. Overflowing riches, overflowing riches. Right, like my build isn't particularly anything crazy. It has its own guide. There's a video about it. It's Cicerin's seismic trapper. Right, I think it's also with Lighty. They made it. Right, it works pretty well. We found literally everything and made the rest. Right, we made our own gloves. We made our own armor. We did get a little bit lucky here and there because we got lucky finding the boot weapon. Right, I was totally gonna buy the boots. The boots aren't too expensive. They're one of the things that you would have to save up for on Trade League. If you're doing Soul Found, you just farm at Ziri. The Trapper can easily farm at Ziri. So you just fragments. So you see, we just got a bunch of them, and if we were still not using at Ziri stuff, you would just, you know, do some more. You would do some more at Ziri after you do some play. Yeah, just, I got easy as that. Pick up some. There we go. Divine Flask. Now you want high flasks. Try to roll them at least once just to see what they could get. Because there's some high level mods. There we go. We got some crimson oil. Didn't get a lot of it. Nice. Alright, so lastly, last time we got some really nice streamer luck. I guess it's now all sour. So it's like hard to tell. Is it good? Is it bad? That's just, there you go. So yeah, I mean, pretty much it for today. If there's any other type of bosses you guys need help with, I've done pretty much all the bosses. I'm trying to think which ones I haven't. I mean,
Allow
there's some that I just haven't done in a while, but I have done them.
see you again.
So if you guys have a question, I'll try to explain it best that I can. Never, for the most part, I'm very casual with my playing, right? So I'll try to give the most casual version of that answer as well. And it's not going to be like, oh, like, for the Cyrus tips, right? I mean, I guess it kind of is a little bit difficult sometimes to do all that, and easy to panic. But it's just the most basic tips to get away from all of this. Ooh, oh, this is tier 4, but it's reduced to so low. Right, let's see what else in there. Oh, that's not bad, I guess. Okay. As you see, there you go, just random rolls. But yeah, the biggest takeaway is just always keep moving. That'll keep you alive at least. We'll keep that.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Keep an eye on whatever the objective is. Lights. We kind of got focused on killing the enemy, while we should have probably been focused on building the towers, right? So losing focus can be painful. Usually the big thing that makes you fail. And lastly, just don't worry so much about trying to instantly kill things. Now it is a little bit annoying with Maven heals, but you can counteract that with Frost Bomb. It will stop the Maven healing. But for the most part, if you just know not necessarily know, but learn the mechanics, and you can watch a fight over and over, and you see what kind of attacks are. All of them are really dodgeable. The biggest thing that you might want to get for your build if you're having a lot of trouble is movement speed. Better, or the more speed you have, the easier it is to traverse whatever you need. Uh, Map management is important, particularly if we do the Uber Elder fights, which I can try to plan for next time.
Fate will find
Right,
you.
we do have some fragments here, so we can probably do an Elder and a Shaper and go over it. We also can do a Maven. We can go over it, right? If you're casual, just like me, assume you will die. I don't know if I actually marked all my deaths. Did I mark all my deaths? Oh, well, I didn't die to Cyrus, and I didn't die in the oil, so yeah, I think we just died twice. Uh, Surprisingly, we didn't die in the. Oh, no, we died in the hidden at the end, right? I think we counted it. Yeah, we counted it. Right? I'll just add one. It's not a problem. We're really low today on the push-up, so let's just add it to the counter. Go. There we go. And we're at 3 deaths. Yep. So yeah, so that's the end of our stream. There is oh, I just found out one thing that I haven't done, and I haven't really done a 5-way myself, like with a 5-way build, but that's the point. It's 5 ways are best done if you have a build that but you just do like a build. Usually, I mean, you can do it without it. Like we could totally just go in and kill. The idea is just timer's done, and that's it, right? You necessarily can't fail unless you die 6 times. As long as you stay alive, you can't fail it. But that is a mechanic I haven't done, and that's mostly because it's a headhunter, not a casual kind of play style to farm it, right? It's more of a farming thing rather. There's also the relentless here and stuff like that. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Got this. I don't know if anything's more. I'm probably just gonna dump it in a tab here somewhere. I have some. I have a quad tab. I kind of don't like quad tab. I wish it was kind of more of just like this, like lined, and then you just press a tab, and it's basically just big. Turns big, kind of like this. Basically, I want it to be like this. So you see how the guild stash it has league tabs, and it has all these tabs in here, or these 4 tabs right here. Not all these, all of these 4 tabs in here, and you can click. kind of in a similar fashion, where the quad tab is basically just one map, and but instead of kind of having it as a folder, it just has its sections, and you press each section, and it makes the section full, and you can click whatever you need, and then you just click it again to make it go back into it, and you click different sections, and you can kind of split up the quad tab how you want it, and that way you don't need to like squint to see your items and try to hit the button. Um, yeah, let's see what our maps are. Everything. Okay, so we got this one didn't corrupt yet. This one's still going good. We got 2 fractured, 1 catalyst, 300. This is 6 fossils. I'm actually looking forward to this. I like fossils. 120% more damage though. Hurts. I thought it would up the block, but yeah, still hurts. It's a tier 16. So yeah, that mod is gonna hurt. 100% more damage is basically double damage, right? 120 is more than double damage. We also have, well, this one has 20% more rare monsters, which is cool. This one doesn't, but still good man. Fuck. So yeah, so for the next time, probably just talk about different things of you can do, make money, casually for the most part. And yeah, and then we're gonna try to do more bosses and mechanics and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's already videos out there, but a little bit more detail, a little bit more. And like I mean, there's no other term for it. It's just more basic, I guess, or at least as basic as I can try to make it. You guys are still having trouble, obviously ask me. I mean, I know the trapper kind of kills some of this kind of fast, right? So you don't really see it really slow. If I was doing an ED contagion build, obviously this would be a lot slower. And I've done this all the content on that build, but it's just I went for trapper this week, so it's just the build I have at the moment. But yeah, if you have questions, ask me. Try to figure it out. Other than that, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And all of this is going to be moved to YouTube. And sign off. Always keep moving. Have a good night.